I can do like Barb and just shout it at you across the house. Drink!
Careful.
Yeah.
Well, it said I had to fill it to the max liquid line. So I did.
I'm gonna put this down before I drop it from laughing. Oh my god, thank you. This is so much! Didn't even see my face. It was a face of excitement.
And here I'm too lazy, so here are cookies.
Thank you.
I mean, they're still delicious. It's just a lazy. Like, I can't be bothered.
You don't think you've got room to talk on nerds because you read a lot of sci-fi books, watch only gamers, and then cross-stitch. What a nerd! No. You want to talk sci-fi, you've come to the right place, Missy.
They can't know I'm opening the bag. La la
Cough.
noises. La 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 la. Okay. No one noticed. I dropped it. I dropped it. I already dropped it.
You open the bag and immediately drop some on the floor.
Yes.
Your very first one, she reaches in, grabs one, drops it. Awesome. Sounds like Cappy.
It does.
Let's be honest, the coolest person in the Lilo and Stitch movie was Lilo's sister. I didn't know it at the time, but I looked in, I like see the things on Imager sometimes when they show, and they're like, Lilo's sister is like hands down the coolest person in all of Disney because, and then they show the background, they show that her sister was like a champion surfer who ended up giving up surfing so she could raise her little sister when their parents died.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah. Because you see like, you see all these championship trophies and stuff and first place ribbons in the background. And then she talks about the fact later in the movie that she hasn't surfed in like four or 5 years or something.
How dare they try to make me feel things?
I know.
Grow up, Disney. Let me be...
How dare you make me feel my feelings?
Yeah. Let me be like an old curmudgeon. That's my goal.
Be a curmudgeon.
I mean, I'm almost there. I'm very grumpy. And angry.
You're angry. Read the last hour of Gone, then we can talk about sci-fi. I just got finished reading, who's the author? Scott Sigler?
Yeah.
I got finished reading Earth Core and Mount Fitzroy. Those were really good.
What are you reading now?
I'm reading all of the Witcher books again.
For your third time?
Yeah, this is my third time reading the Witcher series. Although the first time I didn't finish it because they weren't all translated to English.
Yeah.
For season 2 preparation? Yeah, maybe.
I mean, we'll say yes, but the reality is...
We'll say yes, but the reality is I just love the Witcher books. They're so good. I love the fact that even in the books, they're like, he walks into the inn, and the guy's there, and he's all like, we want you to do this mission for me. And Geralt stands there silently, staring at him. And then the guy's like, yeah, so anyway, and I'm like, that's exactly the way it is in the game, dude. And in the show. Okay, so there's 3. It said going south. So let's head south. See if there's something over there now. Hey, stop it. Well, that's the whole purpose of sci-fi, honestly. Sci-fi is here, generally speaking, to give you a different view of humanity without, like, shoving it down your throat. Because the science fiction elements are usually references to humanity in one way or another.
It's here to show you the world of tomorrow.
Kinda.
Like a money pit. So are you thinking, that that's where you're supposed to be able to go?
No, I can already get there.
Oh.
Ah, here we go, here we go.
Oh, it's at least 4.
With several more pieces of driftwood, it should be possible to cross to the other bank.
It looks like 1 or 2 more.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
I would probably say 2 because 5 feels like a more rounded number.
5 does feel more rounded. Hold on, there's somebody outside who's trying to show us how big their dick is.
It's tiny by the sound of things.
Yeah, it sounds really small.
And I would assume it's the peacock guy.
Two Talon says, I'm not in Texas.
I'm gonna start calling the peacock guy Mr. Peanut, because that's how big his dick is.
Nice. Is there a game that's made me cry?
Mass Effect?
Mass Effect made you cry.
Oh, well, yeah, a lot. But I assumed you as well.
Mass Effect choked me up. I didn't actually cry.
You're heartless.
I know.
Had to be me, man.
Somebody else might have gotten it wrong.
Hey, fuck you, bro. It's too soon.
Too soon. The Walking Dead Season 1 and Season 2. The Walking Dead Season 2 made me cry more than The Walking Dead Season 1, which is weird, because most people said they didn't like it.
Were they tears of joy because it was over? It's a joke. I honestly haven't played it, so.
Oh, that's sad.
One made me cry a lot. Once when I thought that I had killed, what's her name? Clem. Because I failed and I was like, did I kill Clem?
And I'm like, no, Cappy, you just got a game over. You have to do it again.
So I was like, are you sure she's not dead? And you were like, oh my god, just keep playing. I was so stressed. I mean, I don't have feelings.
And then like 30 minutes later was the end of the game, basically, yeah.
And then
you
lost it.
bawled. Oh my god.
Mass Effect has still been the one that made me cry the most.
Yeah.
But then I cried with Final Fantasy 15. I cried at that game too, and I was just like, I don't know, it just really hit me.
Oh hey, I see one.
When you get to it.
That's over next to the chicken coop. Or the cockatrice coop. Why is not more Mass Effect games? I'm sorry, what? They're working on another one.
Did you make it you a bowl? Oh, you're drinking your drink.
No, I'm okay. Did you see what you brought me to drink? I'm gonna drink this.
Oh, I was like, are you talking to me? Yeah, I know what I brought you to drink, but I get it. It was rhetorical and I'm just dumb. Oh, you want a bowl now? He feels bad because he said no. It's okay. To be honest, I would like one too, because I keep dropping mine.
Oh, sorry. Bethesda has a game called Starfield. Yeah, but Starfield is like Skyrim in space. It's not Mass Effect. Like, don't get me wrong. I'll probably get it and play it. But I do not expect Mass Effect with Starfield. Anybody who expects Mass Effect with Starfield is going to be sorely disappointed. I don't think it's that heavily story-based. It's part Mass Effect, part Skyrim. I think they're only saying that because they want the Mass Effect name to help them sell titles. I think it's much more Skyrim in space than it is Mass Effect. I mean, I haven't played it, so I don't know, but that's the feeling I get from it. Thank you, Cappy. You're so nice.
I know.
Now go get me.
Nope. Oh, we're done now. Sorry, kitchen's closed. Immediate nope. They waited until I sat down.
It comes out next year. We can know then. Maybe. We'll see if it comes out next year. Alright, this would be number 5. No sound effect. That was the sound effect.
Oh wow, they really chose poorly.
Yeah, they did. You know where the next one is? The next one's in your butt. When? I think Starfield is supposed to come out in March. So end of Q1. Maybe if they delay it a little more, it'll be like early Q2. Is it that soon? I think so. If not, I'm thinking of a different game that they said is coming out in March. Obviously. Wow, thanks, Matt. Now that Microsoft's kicking their butt in the drive, I don't think so. I don't think Microsoft bought them to kick their butt. Oh, November. Okay, well, I was wrong. RIP. I think Microsoft bought Bethesda solely for the money. Microsoft doesn't seem like the game publisher that pushes their developers. I mean, they push them, but I don't think they're not like EA or Ubisoft or anything in the way they push them. It's not like the publisher is releasing release dates without checking with the developers first. You know what I mean? EA does that shit all the time. That's what happened with Andromeda. Is they kept announcing release dates, and BioWare was like, "It's not ready yet," and they're like, "Yeah, but we said what the release date was going to be, so now you guys have to get it done by then." And it's like, that's not how this works. I think Microsoft just goes to the developers and they're like, is your game ready? And they're like, no. When's it going to be ready? I don't know, November of next year? Alright.
Oh, so still more?
So it's not 5. It's more than 5.
It is a million.
Wow, Cappy, you were right.
I mean, you know.
I told you you knew where one was? Yeah, I know you did, but you've also lied in the past. Lied and or been wrong, so... Also, I'm the one playing this game right now, so...
I'm pretty sure right.
Hey, alright. I'm in the military.
Okay. I mean, Bosch kind of was.
Yeah, Bosch was, yeah, for sure. Sound effect.
There it is. You said it was close.
Yeah. You're close.
I mean, that is true, I am.
I did it? You're right. I did it. I did it. Say it all angry like a dick.
That's normal.
No.
It's just because she's not good with inflection.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not good with inflection.
I've been married to you how long, and every now and then I still have to stop and go, okay, you said it this way, but I don't think that's how you meant it.
You're like, hold on. You sounded like a dick just now. Was that intentional?
And you're like,
And I'm
oh
like,
my God.
oh my God, no.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, you did. And I'm like, oh crap, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Told you I'd be here to help you, didn't I? The Gill Snapper will be easy prey with Bansad at your side. Clan Centurio's finest. Only one problem, I haven't seen our mark anywhere. I remember hearing something about it like in certain kinds of weather or some such. Tight. Well, it's raining, so... Here he is! That's not him. That's his butt. Silicone tortoise. Aged turtle shell. I think my lack of inflection comes from the fact that I've been doing telephone phone support for almost my entire life. So I try to keep my inflections neutral.
I think that's more the thing, is that it's not that you're bad with inflection, like you just don't understand it. It's that a lot of times you sound angrier or more monotone than what you're meaning to sound.
I think it's a monotone problem, yeah.
So like if you say something, it comes off as sounding very serious when it's not meant to be.
Yeah.
And I think you couple that with the fact that you try to say things as like plainly as possible so that there's no question of this is what I mean. So you're like saying something, air quotes, bluntly, sounding very serious, and it's like, dang, dude.
Feather of the Flock. What is that? A legendary cockatrice feather with a brilliant white sheen. Touching the feather, you feel a strange bond with cockatrices.
Maybe they all love you now.
Yeah. Maybe they're non-aggro now. Maybe they're non aggro now.
There it is.
That's it. That's me.
I think 8 turtle shells would be worth a lot.
I don't know where he is. How do they eat or poo? They're like, oh god, what are those animals that don't have a digestive system? There's a certain type of animal where they eat. Their mouth is both the place where they eat and where they poo.
Mouth butt.
Yeah, they got a mouth butt. It's like worms and stuff have that problem. They don't actually poo out their stuff, they like throw it up.
They absorb the nutrients through their mouth anus and then excrete whatever is not nutritious.
Just the phrasing. They absorb nutrients through their mouth anus.
It's pretty sexy, right?
I am turned on.
Man, babe, your mouth anus looks so good tonight. Thank you.
Let me get up in that mouth anus. Oh, hey everybody, welcome to my stream. Mouth anus. Where's this guy at? Centipede movie? Kind of, but not really, because the Centipede movie, you poo out the last person's butt. There it is! Now stand back and let Clan Centurio's finest show you how it's done! Time to finish this!
Okay.
There he is. Hey, Big Daddy. Let's go. We got a mist up in here. Gross. Gross. Hey girl, what that mouth anus do?
I thought that might have, but I was like, no, I shouldn't say that.
Yes, you should.
I must endure.
What did that turtle ever do to me?
I must
It's
be
not
strong.
me he did stuff to, it was someone else. They were like, hey, can you kill this guy for me? And I was all like, tight. Is there money involved? Yes. I'll do it. Point me in their direction.
Lame sauce.
Hey, he's water-based, so arc flash sounds good. I'm an assassin. Oh, wow.
You're healing them. Or something's healing them. What's his equipment? Oh gosh.
There we go. I'm not healing him anymore.
Yeah, you're healing for like 18 to 1500 each time I was like, ugh.
Oh, dude. The other guy from Clan Centurino is fixing my disable problem. Remedy. There's something that gets rid of disable. Yeah, we're getting him.
It's just tanky, like.
Yeah,
yeah.
You a thick boy.
I'm like, I'm not talking about that. 15 is the biggest though, because it's the size of a mountain. There's only one, so it's lame. Uh-oh, Penelope decided to take a nap.
Yeah, she took a dirt nap.
I was like, hey, I'm so sleepy.
Ash, can you heal me, please? Thank you. Jesus. Let me get near Ash so she can see I'm blind. There we go.
Oh, I was like, why are you missing so much?
Yeah. She couldn't see me to tell that I was blind. I was too far away. I bet you your mace does more damage. It does about the same. But now you can stop wasting MP.
That will attack faster.
Yeah. 20. Nice. Gill Snapper was drawn into the urn. Vanquished. We'd love to rejoin the others. Please visit us during the dry. We will thank you properly. Gross. They're going to perform sexual favors.
On that mouth anus.
On the mouth anus.
I was like, what the fuck is that? The crazy looking bipedal thing, and I was like,
I was like,
Yeah, And not today, sir.
Not with that mouth anus.
I gotta be picky.
Gross. Yeah, alright. Matt's word of the day is mouth anus. By the way, mouth anus is hyphenated. I'm gonna be picky about this. I'm picky about my mouth anuses. It still counts as one word, though. He fell asleep.
Well, you know.
He had a long day. He was getting tired. Alright, what are we looking at for hunts now? You're a 4, right? Yeah, no, you're a 5. Jesus. You're a 4. You're a 3 in Nalbina. So there's a 3 in Nalbina. Am I grinding for XP or doing something specific? I'm doing hunts. Just so happens that I'm also grinding for XP and license points at the same time. But I'm not going out of my way to grind for XP or license points. It's just whatever's between me and my hunt. Oh, I thought this led out. Does this not lead out? No, I need to go east. Okay. So rather than fast traveling to where my next hunt is, I'm walking and just fighting everything en route. But the enemies between me and my hunt may not be the best for XP and license points. It just so happens that they're the only thing between here and there, so the little bit that I get is worth it. Okay. If I want to go to Nalbina, how far is that? Not very far. I go east, I go to the Ester Sand, and then north from there. That's it. East. I get a lot of LP, do I? Oh yeah, look, 490. A couple of my people have 900 LP. Cool.
Well,
Cool. You had this game along with the walkthrough book? I don't think I had the walkthrough, like the
Prima guide.
The Prima Guide, thank you. I was like, what were those books called? I mean, Prima Guide is brand specific, but let's be honest, everybody bought the Prima version. The Prima Guide was the best. It was thick, yeah, it was like an inch thick. I don't know if I had it or not. I know I saw it, because I bought the game when it came out, or roughly thereabouts. Maybe not, like, on release day.
I know I had the guide for 13.
You had the guide for 13?
But
Well,
I had the Prima guide for 13.
if you
Sure.
had, if you had the guide for 13, I'm pretty sure I had the guide for 12 then.
Yeah, because I think at the time we didn't buy a lot of video games.
So we would buy a video game and the Prima Guide with it.
Yeah.
But we weren't, we weren't necessarily the kind of people who, like, played the game with the Prima Guide open, flipping ahead. We would play the game normal until we got to a point where we're like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I know in 13 I used it to find out, like, the recipes of, like,
Yeah, you would find
ultimate
it.
weapons, or like the Crystallis, their upgraded board or whatever it's called. What's it called in this? The grid. To see kind of like where I needed to go and stuff.
Yeah. How you would progress through the upgrade grid in order to get the good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's why in this one they made it where you could just look through the grid and see where stuff was.
But yeah, I never found myself actually using the walkthrough portion. I would use it for like maps as well.
Where's Nalbina Fortress? Is it northeast here? I think it may be northeast here. Let's head in that direction. I just bodied that wolf, dude. Like 4,000 damage to these wolves that probably have like 20 hit points. Is this it? Where does this take me? Unknown. The fuck is this place? Nalbina Town. Yeah, Prima went out of business.
Well, you know, the internet.
The internet, yeah, GameFAQs destroyed them, basically. Okay. Is the dude I need to talk to here? He's in the Jijim Bazaar in Nalbana. Petitioner is Burrow. I'm in the Jijim Bazaar. Where's Burrow? Well, you're the boy that I gave the fuse down in the passage. You come here about my bill for the Atomos? The Atomos has got our caravan stopped cold. Can't lay in any of the goods my customers want. And that's death in my trade. That's why I want you to hunt it and kill it. Okay. That's what I want to hear. Let's get you to the details so you can go out there and get the hunt. Maybe you know, and maybe you don't. But just a while back, the Imperials cordoned off the highway leading up to the Mosphorian high wastes. See, there was our They was out capturing as many Slaven wilders as they could get their hands on. Army wanted them for some reason or another. Well, their hunt's over now, but it sent this Atomos into a rampage, seeing as how they got on well with the Slaven wilders. And who suffers? The caravans. The Imperials are the ones to blame, and pointing fingers don't solve problems. Kill the Atomos before this thing gets out of hand, boy. Alright, so where is it? Was not paying attention. He can be found in the Mosphorian high wastes. No more specific than that. Well, let's go to the Mosphorian high wastes. You saw magic. You feel old knowing what GameFAQs is? Why? It still exists. It's still good. Ain't nothing wrong with GameFAQs. It's a hell of a lot better than IGN. Ugh. All right.
Anything that's helpful about GameFAQs is that the facts are made by players. And there's a variety of them, so you can always find someone that kind of walks you through the way you want to be walked through if you need something.
Yeah, there's spoiler-free walkthroughs.
Yeah.
There are heavy spoiler walkthroughs. Then there are walkthroughs by people who play a game in a similar style to you. So everything they reference and stuff makes sense. You used to get cheat codes on Cheat CC. I don't even know what that is. I used to get cheat codes from Game Genie. Before Game Shark was even a thing. You wish Game Shark was still a thing? Yeah, it made cheating easier. Games have just gotten too complex for things like Game Shark to easily solve problems.
Well, I appreciate, like, a lot of games now, if you beat the game, you unlock cheats and then you can turn cheats on to, like...
Yeah, infinite ammo and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like, Ratchet and Clank does that. Once you beat the game, you turn on certain cheats. Some are just dumb. Some are fun. Infinite ammo is one of them. Stuff like infinite health. There's one called Big Head mode where all your characters just look like bobbleheads.
Those are always fun.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Because it's stupid and ridiculous and serves no purpose. But it's funny. Or like in Silent Hill 3 when you beat the game and then you unlock the Heather Beam.
Yeah, exactly. You unlock like uber weapons basically.
Right. And you're like, now you can play through the game on the hardest difficulty with weapons that'll one-shot everything except the boss.
I'm sorry. Remember when I tried to use the submachine gun in that game? And you were just like, stop, just stop, just stop. Oh my god, just use anything but that weapon.
Give me the controller.
Yeah. If shooting the ceiling or the floor or just anywhere but the enemy was the goal, oh, I was nailing
And I'm
it.
like, they gave you a submachine gun with infinite ammo and she couldn't kill anything with it.
I could not. I ended up using the Heather Beam. I was good with that.
Well, let's be honest, the Heather Beam was far superior to any ranged weapon anyway.
It was.
You-
Melee was
you
always
could-
good in Silent Hills.
You could literally one-shot any enemy in the game except for bosses with the Heather Beam. It was so good.
Plus, it scared me every time you did it up. So what's it? See, chocobo back there.
I need that.
Need a chocobo?
Yeah. You're playing Final Fantasy XII on PC right now? There are no cheat codes for this? Well, I didn't mean like I only play games that have cheat codes. It was just...
No.
It's nice when a game gives you access to cheat codes, you know?
Chocobo, but
What? I like how you can level up your chocobo in Final Fantasy 15.
You're right, yeah. You level them up by riding them around.
Oh. I didn't know that.
They're really great.
You're really great.
Well, thank you. Although you can change your car to an off-roading, like a monster truck, essentially. I don't like doing that. But the chocobos you can take anywhere, so you can ride them around the desert and stuff, or not the desert, but like landscape.
Nice. Maybe it's Final Fantasy 16 that comes out in March. Is that when Final Fantasy 16 comes out?
That's why I told you. I named my chocobo in Final Fantasy 15 Chili Dog because you can name them. You can get like stuff and change their colors.
I named my chocobo in 15 Chili Dog.
Yeah, because it's dumb. I rode around on my chocobo Chili Dog.
Such a dumb name, but it's funny.
I know. That's why I chose it. I was like, this is hilarious. It's a chocobo named Chili Dog. It's like the whole cat named Paul.
I don't know what Project Athia is. Is that one with the lady walking through like the like post-apocalyptic city, and then there's dinosaurs outside?
Hot dog.
Yes. Alright, so what game comes out in March? Because it's not that one. I wasn't thinking of that one. There's some other game that comes out in March. Nope, not a basketball game.
Maybe you should specify, was it a game you cared about?
Yeah, it was a game I was interested in.
Yeah, so that's important.
It may not have been a game I was interested in actually playing, but it might have been a game I wanted to watch. Wait, is that does Elden Ring come out in March? Elden Ring is February. Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking of then.
Close enough.
Because I don't want to play Elden Ring, but I want to watch it.
Okay, I talked too much about hot dogs, and now I want hot dogs. And I remember we do have hot dogs.
Did you take them out of the freezer?
No.
You should take them out of the freezer.
Yeah, I will. I thought about it earlier, and then I forgot, and then I...
Neat.
You liar.
Previously, I believed these shrines were a sort of artificial spring meant to deliver water to the mountains. How wrong I was. In fact, when the water is flowing to the shrines, touching a shrine just so causes the temperature of the water to rise quite dramatically. The steam from this, that's what lifts up the float weed around the shrines, floating up like balloons, floating on the air itself. It's a characteristic of the float weed that makes it react to the steam, so in fact, I believe the shrines were made for no other purpose. With me so far? Okay. Then allow me to continue. I ask, for what purpose might we want the float weed to float? Float weed is a sturdy sort of shrub, When floating, several people can stand on it quite securely. Now, a book I read back in Arcadia said that floatweed was sometimes used to bridge gap between rocks, such as on a mountain path. I believe here in Mosphoria, someone was attempting to do the very same thing. Fascinating, don't you think? In documents on the Mosphorian high wastes, one often hears of a place whose name translates roughly to the wind-blown worm god path. I had always wondered what it meant, and now I think it means the paths made of floatweed, and at the end of the path of the gods, heaven. In other words, this was all a way to make a path to the summit. That's my theory, at least. Do you follow all that? Yeah. Unfortunately, I still can't find a route to the summit. Perhaps there's a trick using the floatweed, or perhaps something else is needed. One thing is for sure, I shall get to the bottom of this, and then to the top, obviously. I need to activate this one somehow. What games do you want to play for sure? The new Mass Effect, whenever that comes out.
16.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 16. I want to play... Oh god, what's the Japanese... historical Japanese game about...
Sekiro?
No. Came out about the same time as Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, yeah.
I want to play that one.
You wanna play God of War?
I want to play God of War. That comes out in February, I think. I want to play the new Horizon game when it comes to PC.
You want to play the DLC for Bugsnax?
Yeah, I want to play the Bugsnax DLC. I want to play the Assassin's Creed Valhalla DLC once they're all out. Do I ever go to PAX? I used to go to PAX South periodically, but they killed PAX South. So we'll have to wait for them to bring that back before we go to PAX again. PAX East and West are a little too far for me. A little too expensive for me to go to. You want to go someday? PAX South was nice. We would all get together and rent a really big Airbnb, and then we all stayed in the same house for like 3 days. I think the last time we went there was like, what, 12 of us?
That was a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of us.
Let me see. I'm gonna think in my head. I remember at least 11 people. Oh, no, because there was 12 because Nightly came as well.
Yeah. Knightley was there.
I think 12?
12 sounds right.
But I mean, it was a good sized Airbnb. There was plenty of space.
Mm-hmm. Oh, only one of those two can be going at a time. Interesting. So both of these turned off. You never really liked Vaughn in this game? Well, I mean, yeah. He's the main character. The main character is always annoying as crap. Or usually annoying as crap. Let me say that.
They're always a little bit whiny.
Yeah. Vaughn's pretty whiny. Who's the main kid in... Oh, Titus? Titus in 10, he's really whiny. Let's be honest. Vaughn is not the coolest character in 12. Titus is nowhere near the coolest character in 10.
Definitely Lulu with her boobies. No? I would say it was Orange.
I was gonna say, if I had to choose one, I would say Orin was probably the
I would
coolest.
say Orange. Yeah.